The Niners are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against a Seahawks team that wants to keep the running game in check.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
14, 19.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Key to tight end. All right, here we go. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit. That's the safety creep. Set.
Here's Beathard to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well. And he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
To throw is Beathard. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
14, run it. 380. 57. Big jumbo.
Now it's Wilson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Richardson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Strong left. Strong left. Book the team. 4 down. Alert. Easy. Spot that. Safe.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Barney. Kill. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. Touchdown, 49ers. Niall Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gold now out to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled, and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They start on the ground with Rawls, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
There's Wilson to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. The play fake to Lacy. Now this is Wilson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 1st down, this is Rawls. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Hey, there it is. Touchdown, baby. Keep it rolling. There we go. Nice move.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Goodwin able to haul it in. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gold now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On first down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Off the fake to Lacy, here's Wilson. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Open man is Amara Darboh, complete. And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Wide receiver moving to a new spot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Beathard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't get...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Beathard to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
You got to go. In and out. Let's go. 36 power.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
57, Mike.
On second down, it's Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. A screen to Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Play action. It's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Navarro Bowman in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Wilson to give to Rolls. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
You got 4 down, 4 down. 57, Mike 57.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Tight end's right. Move 15. I'll go special.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Two tights. Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, look at 56. Look at.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Watch 35.
Now Davis. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Cut. Go, Eddie.
Four down. Four down. Check. Four down. Four down.
Got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Double tight.
Cut. Go, Eddie.
Four down. Hey, watch 16, boys.
18.
They go again with Rawls. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go again with Davis. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On the carry, it's Davis. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to the booth right after this.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Check three. Over. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island. Hurry up, here we go. Single receiver.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. They'll throw here. Beathard. They'll set up the screen with Davis. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Watch twist. All right, here we go. Green, 36. Green.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Double tight. Double tight. Hurry up. Here we go. Green. Watch it now, ball. Back there. Gun.
Here's Davis now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Niall Davis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are back within a score. And it's up and good. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Hey, zero.
Let's go.
Move from
Guys, check me out. Check me out.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls.
He's coming.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Run. I got it.
Easy. Hey. Move from right.
Shotgun.
Hey, big drive right here.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Watch tight end.
Run it. Tempo. Tight. 280.
Three down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Four down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's John Ryan now, as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fielded just inside the 20. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Watch left. Stop right there.
14, buddy. Easy.
Hey, we got three. Three down.
Check. Hold up. Check.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
You got it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go. 3, 9, Gun.
Back to throw, Beathard. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Now let's go.
They'll run with Davis. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
No. All right, here we go. 3-19.
In motion goes the tight end.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Let's go. 380.
Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On second down, here's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. We got 4.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Beathard. Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Escapes the defender. 45 yards. That's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
3 down, 3 down.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
Tight end left. 14, 14. 14, 14, find it. 19, 19. Slam, slam, slam. Right, easy. Check 51, check 51.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Check your hot read.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Here they come, here they come, here they come. Hot, 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 hot. Woo-hoo-hoo. He wasn't ready. He 14, wasn't 14. Ready. Ready. Hey, check 25.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, Can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Hey, big drive right here.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now Wilson on first down. This complete to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
Davis fighting. He loses the football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Tight, blue lady. 4 down. Check. 95, 0.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Run to the ball. We got a runner. They don't want it.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Navarro Bowman in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graham. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down, 9 yards to go.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green,
Garcon, the man in motion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 6-man.
To throw is Beathard. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And some space here. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Set. 3, 9, 10.
Now Beathard.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
His throw caught at about the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Pierre Garcon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check 40.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Blue 80. 3 down.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A Seahawk 1st down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Check. Trips right. 3 down.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through. Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage. Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially. Another run, but this time it's wrong. Oh, look at that. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play. No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend. Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Here's Beathard to throw. A dump off for Davis. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down. I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you? Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty. Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And he'll send the tight end in motion left.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Beathard to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31, 30, 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why. Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Move 15. Friday. Hang out.
A give to Bell. And some room to maneuver. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
19.
Again, it's Bell. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That's it, baby. Woo, baby. Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Now let's go. Detroit.
To throw is Beathard. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Over. Let's go. Detroit. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be knocked down sideways. The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And it's caught by Salek. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Two tights. Hey, 4 down.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.